Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel with me, Monique. For today's video, I'm going to talk about the Balenciaga Couture show for Fall/Winter 2021-2022. I love fashion, but I am not the type of person who religiously watches every fashion shows for every season. Especially nowadays when brands have like 8 to 10 fashion shows in a year, I just can't keep up anymore. I personally, in terms of style, much rather to see street styles or people whose style I admire from social media. But when a fashion show is that good and it creates so much buzz, I have to check it out. So I'm sure all of you know Balenciaga, which was founded by Cristobal Balenciaga, which was known to be such a pioneer for his time. Cristobal Balenciaga is a designer that was admired by his fellow designers. So it's just not admired by, people who buy his designs, but also other designers, his fellow peers would admire his work as well. Now, the current creative director for Balenciaga is Demna, which created the brand Vetements a few years ago, I think maybe in 2014. And so his whole thing was about turning everyday items and making into like unique shapes, like the sweatshirt, the t-shirts, the jeans, and all that. That whole aesthetic was brought into the Balenciaga brand. So in terms of Demna's design for Balenciaga lately, I'm not a big fan because it's all really heavy on the street style aspect of the design. For me, it's just not my thing. I mean, it's cute for a season, in my opinion, to have another sweatshirt, another denim jacket, another street style heavy design. But if it's like every season, that's just not my cup of tea. It's not something that I really like. I want great tailoring, I want great designs, I want something that is, mind-blowing. And also their bags lately, I'm just not a big fan of their bags. I think it's lacking in timelessness, the style of bags that are really on trend for like a season and then just dies down after that. The same thing with their sock sneakers. Like everyone and their mother wore those sneakers. Even Cardi B featured the sneakers in her lyrics on one of her songs, but then after that you wouldn't be caught dead wearing that sneakers when it's not on trend anymore. So for me, I tend to buy things that would last for many seasons, and if not forever. But this couture show that he designed blew my mind. This is the first couture show for Balenciaga in 53 years. It is completely breathtaking and memorable. If you haven't seen it, I would suggest you watch it. I will leave the link down below so you can check it out. I think Demna knocked it out of the park for this one. This was his first couture show and it was just amazing. There were 63 looks in total and they were a mix of menswear and women's wear, so it was not only women's wear. The show was held in one of these beautiful spaces that reminiscence of how Cristobal Balenciaga used to show his collection. There was no music whatsoever, so it was just the sound of the models walking by with the garments. There was no music, there was nothing to distract you from the garment. You can hear the editors gasping as the models walk by. You can even hear people coughing in the middle of it, which is kind of difficult nowadays because you don't want to be caught coughing in public, but you could definitely hear everything. I think the choice of not having music is the perfect choice because you could just focus on the garment, you could see the tailoring, you can hear the swishing and how the garment moves. There were some sequins as well in some of the dresses, so you could definitely hear that when the model passes by. It's just simply breathtaking. Every look is just amazing. And of course, being Demna, who is really into street style, in this couture show he incorporates like t-shirts, turtlenecks, robes, denim. I've never seen denim in a couture show before, and also tracksuit. So these denims were made by Japanese manufacturers with looms that they bought from the Americans back when America started outsourcing their manufacturing. So they had all these looms that were not being used anymore, and so the Japanese recently started buying out these looms because they're really into high quality denim and the whole indigo thing. The tailoring was exceptional. It's just amazing and impeccable, and it's such a refreshing thing to see. You don't only see Demna's designs in this show. You could see a lot of the influence from Cristobal Balenciaga. He was all about the structures and the shapes and everything. I think there were a lot of looks that were inspired by the Balenciaga archives. There are a lot of suits as well, very well tailored suits, beautifully done. And another thing that I like about the show is I love how inclusive the models are. You see models from every age range, and I love that because usually you only see, like, you know, the young models in every show, but I love that they include also more mature models in the show. For me, that's amazing. And of course, couture being very expensive, the target market is usually people who are, you know, over 40, people who can actually afford couture. So it is refreshing to see them being included in the show as well. I also love the hat that he had on some of the models. I think it's just so amazing, and it really fits the whole vibe of the show. So here are a few of my favorite looks from the show. So have you seen the show yet? Let me know in the comment section down below if you've seen it, and let me know what you think about it if you've seen it. If you haven't subscribed to my channel, I upload videos weekly about style, mindful shopping, travel, and everything in between. So if you haven't subscribed, I would really appreciate it if you would like to click that subscribe button. Like this video if you like it, and don't forget to comment. It will really help the growth of my channel. Thank you so much for watching, guys, and I'll see you on my next one. Bye!